Hi, thank you so much for joining me for Yarn Bite with Nora. I'm so excited that you stopped by to see what I'm up to. I've been doing a little bit of the same stuff and a little bit of new stuff. I'm going to be finishing off the felted mittens. You know how I showed you some of the first steps to do it. I'm going to show you how I finished it off. Then I'm going to show you a pair of really cute minion mittens that I finished off. And also, of course, more pink hats. Why don't we begin with the felting? I'd like to show you how the individual strands of yarn get fused together. You can see here that kind of looks like a nice stripe. Get a close up. Kind of looks like a candy stripe, doesn't it? But if I try to pull it, it takes a big tug to take it apart. So you have the individual strands, and over here you can see this one is just a solid mass. This is not going to be pulled apart. We have a solid fabric. This is not going to come apart. It was all the little fuzzy fibers, all the little burrs of the wool have tangled up and created this fabric. That's pretty much what felting is. You take individual strands and you beat them, you agitate them, and you fuse it all into one solid fabric. Here is my felted mitten. It dried out in the hot South Texas sun for 2 days because it's so thick. I actually knitted with double strands to create a bulky, and so it was a very, very thick fabric, very thick indeed. And I did use the provisional cast on because I didn't want to do my ribbing until after the felting because I didn't want my ribbing to felt. And what I do recommend, I used regular cotton cording, and it did get a little, it did shrink some, so the holes that I'm going to try to be casting on from or picking up stitches, actually picking up stitches, are very, very small. Can you see those? Let's see if we can get a little closer. There you go. Very, very small. So what I would recommend, this is a really nice cording. You can tell it's different from the cotton because it's shiny. It has that plasticky polyester nylon feel. And what I would also recommend is go ahead and use 2 strands because I was working with the equivalent of a bulky. So you want to kind of have the same width holes. So when you come back and you're going to pick up those stitches, your holes aren't going to be so small. This is a nice slick nylon or a polyester cording. So here we have, as I mentioned, the provisional cast on. And we're going to take it off. We're going to take it off very, very carefully. We're going to pull it off. Does stick a little bit, so use scissors instead of pulling it. And that's because the cotton shrunk as well. But just ever so careful. You're going to remove that. Okay, all the way around. Now on this side, I've already started picking up some of the stitches, and you can see them here. And these were picked up on the same side as these stitches. Oh, let's pick up this one. And I'm going to use a crochet hook. It's kind of tiny. Go in there. Pull out the 2 strands that I'm working with for my ribbing. Then slip them onto my wonderful cubic size 6 needle. So there's that one. And I've already done one, but you know what? It's slipped off there. So that's okay. We'll let that one slip off. Now, these, if you notice, they have a really cute bump. That's the purl side. I prefer, in this case, to pick up the stitches from the wrong side. And you can tell here, see how it's smooth? Has a smooth transition. It doesn't have the pearls because the pearls ended up on the front. But I like that. That is kind of like a ridge, and I like that ridge. The final product, look at that. Isn't that nice? Because you have the flat felting, and then you have that nice ridge. That nice ridge. And look over here. I didn't do that according to pattern. So somehow I skipped a knit, and I have 2 pearls together, but you know what? I like that. I like that. So I'm going to copy it on the other mitten, so it's going to look like a design element. And even if I didn't copy it, it's still going to be pretty. Still going to look nice. So that's what you do. You just pick up your stitches. And I like picking them up, like I said, on the wrong side. So you've got your hole there, and you want to be sure to pick up the 2 strands of yarn. And then you're just going to knit. Once you have them, you're just going to knit like regular. And you're going to do your pattern, whatever your pattern was. If you're doing one knit, 1 purl, you know, it depends what you want. If you want a 1-1 or if you want a 2-2 ribbing, you just do whatever you want to. And you've got your stitches. I need to pick that one up as well. And you just pick it up and you just stitch. You just do your ribbing like normal, and there you have it. Okay, so that's, oh, and I love this yarn. It's so squishy, so pretty. So let me show you the final mitten. How about them apples? Look at that. Here you have the nice, firm, felted hand. And over here you have the rib, the still stretchy rib. Very thick, very cushy. Some little kid is going to enjoy wearing these next winter. I finished the minion. How cute is that? I finished the minion. Oh, I have yellow on yellow. So I will do this. How's that? I finished the minion. Here we have a little guy with 2 eyes. And over here we have a guy with 1 eye. And how do you like their hairdos, huh? Pretty spiffy, huh? These are minions. Then I also worked on a pink power hat, also known as the pussy hat. And this pattern is by Kensia Lark. Isn't that cute? I wanted to show you this bird's nest in our oak tree. It's in our front yard. It's a small tree, it's not a very big tree. And I got this idea from another knitter on Instagram. She puts out her yarn for little pieces of yarn out for the birds. So I'll stick them on this tree. And the bird's nest is right up here. So it's not too far away. So that way they can make use of these nice colorful bits of leftover yarn, little cuttings. So how fun is that? And then spring, we'll see what kind of adobe they make out of it. Should be a very colorful, very pretty nest. So we'll see how it goes. Buster, come here, boy. Come here, buddy. Oh. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of Felting Mittens. And I would love it if you would stop by my Facebook page, Yarn Bite with Nora. Say hi. And also, if you want to, please post one of your projects and share it with the rest of us. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.